Hey everybody, it's your favorite psycho, Ellie here. How you guys doing? And welcome to a review on a game that I just got done playing as I'm recording this, called Vanquish. Now it's a new game that's basically more so a sci-fi sort of thing, and I believe PewDiePie actually did it when he said there was no more good games to play or whatever. One of it in that video. It looked really interesting. I mean, I heard about the game to begin with. Before that, I didn't really look into it because it didn't seem like my style. But after seeing PewDiePie play, it was just like, huh. That game actually looks kind of cool. So I didn't decide to record it. Kind of wish I did because I did a lot of cool shit. Some really badass maneuvers in that game, I'll be honest, because of all the tricks and such you can do, like running up walls and, all that stuff. But anyway, I just want to go ahead and put up a review. I know you guys are still waiting on the summer review, and I will get to that as soon as possible. Trust me, I will. So without further ado, here's my review on Vanquish. Now, the first thing I want to start off is what the art style, the style of the game. Amazing. It felt like I was playing a mixture between Gears of War and Dark Souls, which PewDiePie said, and it was true. You had that trial and error with Dark Souls, but you still had the match of the gameplay, cover, running mechanics of Gears of War. And thing is, your character, the guy you play as, Sam Gideon, I believe his name is. I believe how you pronounce it. He doesn't run like this. He literally, there's jets on his legs or on his thighs that literally allow him to slide, which is just really fucking cool, to be honest. And all the other guys, the Marines and such, they run like big old grunts. It's actually really cool, though. I feel like they betrayed the Marines a little badly, so yeesh. I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, one other thing I did want to point out in this video. There will be spoilers, so if you have yet to play the game and you really want to, don't watch this video. I mean, this video is just more so for me to pour. I'll try to keep the spoilers at a minimum. But anyway, story arc-wise, really great story concept this game had. The developers really put a lot of thought into it. I mean, the idea of electromagnetic... I can't talk. Oh god, this is gonna come out horrible. Electromagnetic heat array. It's like a microwave. And they fired it into San Francisco, and it basically boiled people from the inside out. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and use Arkansas weather here. It's storming out right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this as an example. I would rather die in a tornado than go through a microwave blast from a giant ass satellite from outer space. The idea behind that was a really great concept, and I really did enjoy it. However, throughout the game, it starts getting a little weird. You can't really tell exactly who to trust and all that. It's all over the place. And I felt like the developers should have taken a little more time to give the character some backstory, because all it really was you're the good guy, you're assisting military, and you're taking out the bad guy. Which is some Russian guy with weird cybernetic stuff on his head, they look like bullet holes. Really weird. Really weird dude. Which, honestly, Russia, wow, okay, yeah. Way to play the big ball game. Have Russia attack us. But the story arc was good, but it just felt like it was a little all over the place, and I'll explain more as I get into this review. As for the mechanics, holy shit. To be honest with you, the only thing I can see that matches this game's kind of mechanics is Lawbreakers. Mainly just because, I mean, the fact that you can, slide and hit hit this button right here, and it'll slow down time. It slows down time, so it's almost like Quantum Break almost. You slow down time and you can easily man your shots. And another thing you do when you run up walls, for instance, you use the melee button to run up walls. You can actually slow down time. I remember I had a pistol in one of the missions, and 7 shots, 6 enemies, bang, 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 all in slow down time. Now, granted, my suit overheated and caused me not to be able to be able to glide or anything, which is okay because it was I didn't miss a single shot. I didn't. It was badass. And that's another thing with the mechanics. The fact that when you are nearing death, when you get severely hurt, all of a sudden that thing just overclocks the suit overclocks itself. So you basically slow down time, giving you enough time to react to bullets, to missiles, to everything around you. You're able to react to your surroundings in a quicker time frame because you're able to because it slows it down for you, which is actually a really cool concept. But of course, you have to wait for your suit to charge back up, and if it's not fully charged back up, then you're gonna die. As for the trial and error on it, the fact the bosses were crazy. I mean, seriously, you got this giant ass crab robot monster that just gets super pissy when you kill it, and all of a sudden, oh no, final transformation. Dun, dun, dun. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, hello, and it turns into this giant two-legged robot. It's like, what the fuck are you? He was certainly interesting. As for the enemies, you weren't really fighting Soviet soldiers. It wasn't, humans. It was all robots, and I found that really weird. There was one Soviet guy that just basically was like, oh, hey, fuck our alliance. Screw our alliance. I'm going to go attack all of Russia. I'm going to go attack them with robots. So I felt like it wasn't really Moscow. I was, like, as I say, it was part of the Moscow coup. They were part of the Moscow coup. I didn't really feel like it was... I felt like it was just one guy you were facing off against that was ordering a bunch of robots around, which kind of defeated the purpose of the idea of a whole war being presented. And I know I'm going from mechanics to back to gameplay, but just bear with me on this. I'm tired as fuck. Because I really want to complete the game and get a review out. One thing that I will say that one thing in the mechanics that they should have worked on was more so the what was I gonna say? The robot. The mechanics of the robots. I mean, I felt like they were kind of silly. I mean, their AIs weren't that well made, even on normal difficulty. I don't know how about the higher difficulties. You're more welcome to try it out for yourself when you play the game. But as for that, I don't know. As for character design and character, background, I feel like they could have done a little more work. There are there are like 5 main characters, I think. You got the president, which is a woman, President Winters. You got the evil Russian dude. Those two barely make an appearance. They're like background characters. And you got Sam, Elena, and Robert Burns, which is this big rough guy who has this giant ass minigun. Jesus Christ, dude. It's funny. He was actually really funny. I actually enjoyed Burns a lot. And to be honest, I feel like Sam was the only one that really had any real personality to him. I mean, the fact that you could hit a certain key while in cover and he'll light up a fucking cigarette. As you can see here in this picture, he's lighting up a cig. It's actually really funny to see that you can do that in the heat of a firefight. You're behind cover and you can go, you know what? I feel like a cig. Actually, I do kind of crave one right now. Well, he wouldn't smoke it all the way. What was interesting is that he would take 1 or 2 puffs and then just toss it, waste the whole cigarette. And I'm just like, you DARPA guys get a lot of money for what you do. Where can I sign up? Because clearly he must make a lot of money to waste a cigarette like that. I know it's just a game, but seriously, that was... I just felt like that was a really cool core design in the mechanics. I mean, that was interesting to see that. As for Elena, she felt like she was just behind it. It felt like she was just a character behind the scenes controlling everything. She was, back there with her things. And I feel like if they gave her a little bit more personality rather than just some chick. I mean, seriously, when freaking Burns and Sam were getting, at each other's throats at one point, she just said, I'm hacking the elevator. Just didn't even comment towards the argument going on. She didn't even say anything. And I'm just, sitting here thinking, well, can someone rewrite the dialogue, please, for Elena? As for Burns, Robert Burns, Lieutenant Corporal Robert Burns, or Colonel. I don't know which one he is. He's a lieutenant and COL. If that's Colonel or Corporal, I don't know. But either way, he had some interesting personality. But towards the end of the game, and here's where a spoiler is, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some time to click out of the video now. Okay, if you clicked out, good. If you're still here, well, and you're gonna be pissed about spoilers, that's on you. I gave you a chance to click out of the video. Anyway, if he basically betrays you in the end, he wants to destroy. He shoots your professor, the guy who's been spending a whole game to save, It wasn't even clear why they wanted Professor. They didn't make the devs didn't make that clear enough. Except for this technology or whatever, and it's like, okay, so that's basically how it all goes. That's how it always goes, isn't it? In a way. Need a drink. As for Burns, it was just more so. Even though he betrays you, you might beat him. He opens up a thing, and you try to get him to stay still. You try to help him after you basically shoot him in the face a trillion times. I'm not even kidding. He takes a lot of fucking damage. Like, holy shit. But he basically just he basically tries to save you. He saves you. He shoots his own men and saves you. Even though him and his men are the one who betrayed you, then you leave him behind, and then he blows himself with his men, saying that his men are all dead. I must be with them. And it's like, wait, hold up, what? So my main question is here to the developers or creators of the game: who the fuck? What the hell happened there? Like, what happened to Burns? Did he just like go through some kind of weird ass mind control? Did he just? I don't understand what exactly happened with that point. It was so strange. I mean, they went from going up to blow up the space station, the satellite array that's going to destroy everything, to wanting to destroy Moscow with it and then blowing it up anyway. Like, what the fuck? I really question a lot there. And as for onto the storytelling, again, the storytelling could use a little more work, but there was one thing I definitely did like, and that was the cinematic cutscenes, like the different cinematic ones. Like, for instance, in a certain mission, you have to get onto a monorail cart before a certain, I don't know what happens, I can't remember exactly, but you have to basically just get on the monorail car. Anyway, you and Burns and all your Marines get on, and there's one that's still running. He jumps at the last, as the monorail moving, he grabs onto the ledge at the last second, and he's hanging there for a moment. Then he slips and he starts falling. And all of a sudden, it like slows down for a moment. So you're like seeing this epic cinematic picture, and all of a sudden Burns grabs him and yanks him aboard. Like, with those kind of moments and those cutscenes, it actually makes cutscenes interesting to look at, because you can see a lot of what's going on. You're really aware. It's not like you're just losing some random guy in a cutscene. You're literally watching someone fall to their death in more cinematic, slow timey way, and I really enjoyed that part. Enemy design. I felt like I was facing against a whole bunch of gruts and robots, basically. However, there were a couple moments. Again, there are going to be spoilers for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a picture here. This moment right here, as you can see, you got two robots dancing. I hope my camera isn't really blocking it. But you get on the elevator, this giant-ass Creon, I guess it's called. It's not like something off Star Trek. Anyway, you get up this elevator, and you see these little dudes just sitting here. And what's going on? You see a little stereo system behind those boxes that's there. I had a picture of that. I didn't pull it up, though. But there's a stereo system. You see these guys just like, meh. And as you walk around the corner, you see these two guys just dancing away. Like, honestly, after the whole shoot 'em up, running gun, fucking stress of intense firefights, and then you finally get to a moment where you see something like this. Good job, devs. That was actually really a comedic event, and I couldn't stop laughing. I actually didn't want to interrupt it because I just wanted to leave them to it because they just looked like they're having so much fun. I kind of felt bad killing them until they started shooting back at me. Then I was like, oh, okay, well, all fair is a little more, right? Anyway, you can pretty much get as close to these guys as you really want. Just make sure you do it from behind, because I noticed when I died at one point, and I'll get to that moment where I died. If you come up like between these guys, these two will automatically open fire on you, then these guys will jump up and open fire on you. But otherwise, when I can tell, otherwise they just keep dancing. You can join in and just do some, head bobbing if you want. It was a really cool event. Now, as for the other enemy, which I want to adopt as a pet, to be honest, because he's so fucking cute, his name is Unknown. Now, he may not look that cute and fuzzy. He may not look that cute, but his run cycle, the fucking run cycle of this little red ball, is just adorable. It's just adorable and hilarious. And basically what he does is he's like that, but all these scraps you see here and here, he'll take these and literally wrap himself into it. It makes a giant, monster robot. So you have to break him apart and hit him to beat him. Now, he kept making appearances. I don't know if there were more than one or if it was just the one that I was facing off against like 3 different times. But I certainly enjoyed him. He was hilarious. He was awesome. And developers, for that, I give you more credit because that was a great placement for an adorable little buddy to just sort of fight, but you don't feel like you feel like you're growing an attachment, especially when he makes like 3 different appearances. You feel like an attachment to him. Feel like you're getting attached to him, and I immediately fell in love with him first time. This isn't the first time. This is like the second time you run into him. The first time, I immediately started loving him the moment I saw him in his run cycle. I was just like, oh my god, you're so fucking awesome. I like fangirled over that shit, dude. But that was certainly the most interesting part of the game, just these 2 characters, these 2 moments that you see in this game, just those 2 moments, which is really awesome. And can I say that anyone who sees this video, any of my subscribers that watch this video, make this into a meme. Make this picture into a meme, please. I'll even send it to you. Just ask me, and I'll send it to you. You guys can edit out whatever you want and turn it into a meme if you want. I even got multiple different pictures of it, so you can choose. So just be sure to let me know on that. The ending. Onward to the ending. Now, I know this is a pretty shitty review. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm still working on my reviews, trying to get all my facts together. This is just from my personal take on the game and what I really thought about it. The ending was interesting. The ending really showed a bit of heartfelt to it and made you feel like you really did something right. Of course, in the end there, the president shoots herself, which was really fucked up. And it's not like, she, like, right as she pulls the trigger, it turns to black and you hear the gunshot. No, you literally see the blood spill. It was kind of traumatizing. I was just like, holy shit. It was, and then you see her dead. It's just like, what the fuck? And then, of course, the ending credits there was actually really fucking cool. I mean, it was like a mini game, those little astroneer where you have those little games you play at the arcade where you shoot the asteroids or whatever. It was sort of like that, and some of the asteroids had like the crew that worked on the game. They had their pictures on there, and you would shoot them, and it would actually do the credits, and then it would roll the actual credits. Honestly, that was a really imaginative thing to do, which I really enjoyed that part to it. That was really fucking cool. I mean, it was interesting. It was definitely a different design mechanic for credits than any other video game has done. And I feel like a lot of video game developers should actually take a page out of that book, out of their book, because they actually did something different and unique, which really caught my attention. Overall, I definitely give the game a 7.5 out of 10, just mostly because of some of the kinks that they need to work out with story. Because I like immersiveness in these kind of shooter games. Like, I love a good story when it comes to facing off against a unique enemy with a unique story plot and all that. But the whole twist with Burns, and then the whole another twist with Burns, and it was just... I'm not really sure what to think of Robert Burns. I mean, there was really no opinion. I feel like I liked him, but then I started to dislike him when he would sacrifice his own men just to continue the mission, which was fucking No Man Left Behind, dude. Have you ever watched Black Hawk Down? Seriously. No man left behind. Leave no man behind, okay? I'm looking at my poster. I have one poster right here of Black Hawk Down. But other than that, yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Great game. I would definitely recommend it for anyone who enjoys shoot 'em ups. And honestly, don't do it on casual. Just go normal for the easiest. If you want to start off easy, normal is the best because casual feels a little too easy. Normal is definitely a lot better. I just like the mechanics of it, the difference into it, the fact that it was sort of felt like Gears of War with Dark Souls, with the trial and error of Dark Souls. Really good game, really worth the money, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. So that's my review on Vanquish. If I've missed any facts or any kind of opinions or anything, if I missed any kind of facts or details, please let me know down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends so that way they know if they like the game or not. Just remember to remind them of spoilers. And if you just didn't like this review video, well, can't say I at least tried. I mean, I'm just uploading content to my channel. It's just me. Otherwise, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, guys, this has been Ellie, the Psycho. And I will see you all next time.